The following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hip-hop, trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude ever. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best. Holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I never forget it. We come a pretty long way. There's so much I can say. It's never really gone away.
The Great White North is about to get raw tonight as Toronto hosts Monday Night Raw. But we here at the Raw Patrol will be here to bring you all of the action, all of our reactions. Myself, Chris Best, and OMD are here to bring you in for the next 2.5 hours. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I had a very productive day. As I showed you, as I showed everybody on the LRB earlier, I made a new addition to the studio. I have me an actual locker.
Six-woman tag team action tonight. Raquel Rodriguez, the Judgment Day, we'll just say, taking on Rio and Stephanie Vaquer. I almost said Stephanie McMahon for some reason.
And we have the New Day getting their hair done as they prepare for a fatal four-way #1 contenders match.
Yeah, for the World Tag Team titles. Uh-oh, here comes the Tribal Thief. Here comes Logan Paul and Austin Theory. The Vision are in the house.
As is Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. As we are now just 5 days away from the Royal Rumble coming up this Saturday. And we are going to start things off with AJ Styles. Are we looking at one of AJ's final appearances on Monday Night Raw here tonight?
It's very possible, but I don't know. Well, I'll have to wait to see. Excuse me. We'll have to wait to see what Saturday says. Now AJ in the ring, though, we got to wonder, Gunther's got to be showing up sometime soon.
Right. We know that Gunther is slated for an interview. I don't know whether it's a sit down. I don't know whether we're going to get a face-to-face here. We will have to wait and see and listen.
The crowd just going wild for AJ Styles right now. Soak it in, AJ. This could be your last Monday night.
AJ making note and pointing out that this is his final year, that he is going to retire in 2026.
Well, we're not going to get Gunther or anything like that, but we are going to get our World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk, as AJ did state. He would like one more time to be the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes, he did. And he also did say that Gunther was trying to end his WWE career, which you have to wonder, does that leave it open for him to go and work somewhere else this year and maybe get that run as a world champion, whether he goes to New Japan, whether he goes back to TNA?
I don't know. I think just under his WWE run, he can go to TNA anyways. I mean, he's already done that.
And now the crowd, it sounds like chanting Y2J.
They're actually saying fight tonight. And there it is, folks. Blockbuster announcement. Blockbuster main event. CM Punk defends his world heavyweight title against AJ Styles.
Wow. Wow. I certainly did not have that on my bingo card for tonight. I'm getting the goosebumps. But what happens if AJ wins? Is it just then become a title match, or does AJ lose everything on Saturday against Gunther?
Yep. AJ wins, it becomes a title match at the Rumble. If AJ loses, he loses his career and the championship. And right now we are taking a look at what took place on Saturday night with Saturday night's main event. Excuse me, which featured AJ Styles taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. This was a fantastic show on Saturday.
Yes, it was. They're showing us Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu right now. The match that never got started.
Yeah, and we'll find out more about this come Friday when we do the SmackDown security detail.
We are looking at what happened now between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Still love that Sammy got one up on Drew after winning the Fatal 4-Way.
Yep. And this was the one match that could have gone either way, and I don't think there would have been either of us upset. With Rio taking on the Judgment Day.
I might have been. I'm actually enjoying Rio and their run with the women's tag team belts right now.
So am I. But I would not have been upset had the Judgment Day won.
Now, as Raquel Rodriguez and the Judgment Day make their way to the ring for the 6-woman tag match, I gotta wonder again because Rhea and Io are on the opposite side. Julia and Kiana James have got to be watching this matchup.
Oh, they absolutely are. I don't expect to see Julia and Kiana James here tonight. But I do have to admit, I'm liking the fact that the Judgment Day are showing the unity with having the Judgment Day Tron, but they are all doing their own individual intros.
And that's not really unity, though. They're all coming out to their own intros. If it was unity, they'd all come out together. But yeah, the girls do have a bit more unity than these days than it seems that the men of the Judgment Day do.
Yes. I do have to admit, I contemplated the idea of buying a plane ticket and a ticket to Raw tonight and flying down.
See, again, I would have done that if I'd have known, like, say, back in November that I knew that this was happening, you know?
Yeah.
Or maybe October, because I'm pretty sure I saw the announcement around November.
And the women of the Judgment Day all wearing similar colors. So again, showing a little bit of unity.
I expect that in the Women's Royal Rumble, if all three of these women end up in the ring at the same time, there's going to be, as we're talking the word unity, there's going to be unity between these three women, and they're going to attempt to work together towards throwing everybody out.
Oh, 100% they are, until it's down to the three of them.
Mm-hmm. Or at least until Mommy makes her way to the ring, because knowing her and Stephanie's probably more than likely not going to be in the match because she's a champion. Her and Io together, I feel like they're gonna clear house there.
Oh yeah.
Because it's we're definitely going to see something between those five women.
Oh, 100%
at some point in the Rumble.
What I'm going to suggest in that situation, and it's not something we see often, but it is something that I enjoy seeing. Do you see the heels, the Judgment Day, take the powder out of the ring for that 2 minutes?
That's a risky move, because what if that third woman comes out and it's somebody else that doesn't like the Judgment Day?
Oh, it is risky. There's no denying that it's a risk.
Mm-hmm. Like, they've also had their problems with Lyra and Bailey over the last couple of weeks as well. So it could be either one of those. And then suddenly it could turn into a 4-on-3 situation if Bailey and Lyra were to come out back to back.
Yep. At the same time, you could be looking at the Kabuki Warriors coming out to add strength to numbers and let the Kabuki Warriors run roughshod. As you are looking at a beautiful shot of Riyadh. And here comes La Primera herself, Stephanie Vaquer, our reigning women's world heavyweight champion. Now, we saw on Saturday that Stephanie was without the walking boot, and of course, she's not wearing it tonight. But we know she's had that injured ankle that Raquel has targeted. Is there still a target on that ankle?
Well, probably, but knowing Stephanie, she's not going to let that be a factor.
Now, I know you're not necessarily a big fan of the match, but I am. I would love to see this become sort of a winner-take-all 6-woman tag.
I never said I wasn't a fan of the winner-take-all matches. I kind of like them, actually. But when it's on PLEs, that's when it kind of bugs me.
Because I would love to see these 3 women defending their titles in this match.
Yeah, there is one winner-take-all match again that I didn't care for because I knew that there were other feuds going on at the time between the 4-men. And I'm talking about when Undertaker and Kane defended the tag titles against Triple H's Intercontinental title and Stone Cold's WWE title in 2001. Triple H, I know was in the middle of a feud with Jeff Hardy over the Intercontinental title. Yep. Austin had The Rock. Kane and Taker didn't necessarily have any feuds, but they could have did something. But
see, and I absolutely loved that match.
Yeah. And for a very brief moment during that feud, that match almost didn't become winner take all because for about a week in that feud, Triple H lost the Intercontinental title to Jeff Hardy.
Yep. Rhea Ripley doing her best Shinsuke Nakamura impersonation.
And let's face it, my most favorite winner-take-all match was the Survivor Series in 2001 between Team Alliance and Team WWF.
Oh, See, that one for me didn't do anything.
What do you mean it didn't do anything? We're watching WWF right now, or WWE right now. They won.
Well, I know that, but it was the whole pay-per-view at the time was based around winner takes all. And it should have been not just based really off of the one match. It should have been based off of the overall, 4-3 result.
Yeah, which WWF still won. But I remember watching that show with you back in 01, and we were at Blue Liners watching the show together, and I just remember the emotion just in that little bar that night. So I can only imagine what the emotion was like in the arena that night.
Oh, absolutely.
But right now, Liv Morgan is well, she was trying to attack Io, but Io just tagged Stephanie Becker into the ring.
Yes, she did. And Liv eats a dropkick from La Primera.
Well, that just proves just how good her ankle is now. You're not going to throw a dropkick like that if your ankle's bugging you.
Oh, and what a leg drop there from Stephanie Becker.
Shades of Bret Hart with that leg drop. Bret used to throw those quick little leg drops like that.
Yep.
I would say shades of Hulk Hogan, but Hogan always got a little bit of air on his.
Well, Steph had a little bit more air on hers than Bret had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Bret would snap into it.
Yeah.
And
that belly to back suplex there from our women's world champion. Looks like she's going to try and set Liv up for Devil's Kiss right off the bat.
And she got a couple of hits on it, but the biggest threat to her championship, Raquel Rodriguez, put a stop to it.
Yes, she did.
And that intensity of Raquel coming into play. I love how intense she's gotten over the last while.
Yes, you and me both.
It makes me wonder, like, when the time comes to turn her babyface again, will she be able to carry that intensity again still?
Oh, I believe 100% she will. I think when she becomes a babyface, she's going to have to elevate that intensity. It's going to be the same thing that what happened with Kevin Nash Diesel when he turned babyface. He had to elevate his intensity.
And he did. Because that babyface turn is one of my favorite ones. And it was, for those who don't know, Shawn Michaels accidentally super kicked Diesel 3 times. The third time, Diesel had enough of it, and he beat the snot out of not only Michaels, he beat up Owen Hart, he beat up the Anvil and Jeff Jarrett, as it was all during a Survivor Series match.
Yes. And let's not forget that as of now, Raquel Rodriguez is calling herself Big Sexy and Big Mommy Cool.
And then, yeah, after that happened, 3 days later, Diesel became the champion.
Yes, in 8 seconds. In what was the fastest WWE match in history at that point in time.
Yeah, now I think that record belongs to Big Boss Man and The Rock at Survivor Series 98. That match went 3 seconds. I think.
No, I thought it was Aaliyah beating Natty in the 3.16 seconds.
Oh yeah, that match too. But right now I was gonna say we have Raquel exerting her power over Stephanie Becker. Stephanie, I don't know if you want to run off the ropes on her in the ring against a woman like Raquel.
Well, as we just saw, you absolutely don't, because Stephanie did get run over.
And it's one of those things, again, where I've said this time and time again. You're a smaller person taking on the bigger person, take out the knee. And it's something I've learned from, honestly, listening to Jesse Ventura talking about small wrestlers taking on big guys.
Yep. Well, and I mean, we've always heard it. Like Bobby Heenan often referenced it. Jimmy Hart often referenced it.
Mm-hmm.
Even the baby faces have referenced it. I mean, how many times is it that the baby face is usually the smaller guy?
Right? In the match that I remember Jesse Ventura, like I first heard Jesse Ventura say it, was when the Rockers were taking on the Twin Towers. 2 big dudes, 2 small guys. Go for the knees.
And Liv Morgan came underneath the ring to pull Io Sky off the apron. And has now created a distraction, leading to Raquel Rodriguez able to blindside Rhea Ripley and push her into the stairs.
Yeah, so right now, Rhea Ripley is incapacitated at the moment, but Stephanie Ventura right now is kind of in a 3-on-1 situation because Io's down too.
Yes. Stephanie Ventura able to start turning the tables as she's trying to make her way over as Io does get to the rope. Io was not holding the tag rope there.
Yeah, we need Stephanie out of there anyway, so.
Quite the flapjack there from Io Sky onto Roxanne Perez. And Io going local.
And the crowd is firmly behind her as they're all on their feet right now.
Yes, they are. And Meteora and Io going to go for it here.
I love how Rio catches herself when she knows she's about to miss the moonsault.
Yes, but then she did grab her ankle and started hopping around, saying she may have hurt it on that landing.
And once again, the apron. They did this on Saturday. This time we got an eye rig, though. Oh, kick out. I was looking for Rhea because I'm like, she should be getting up anytime now, but there she is on the ring apron right now.
Yes, she is. And Liv went for Oblivion and missed it. Does this become a situation of maybe Stephanie Ventura defends the title in a gauntlet against the women of the Judgment Day over a few weeks? And we've seen it where, you know, she'll get the upper hand on 2 of them, and then perhaps the least likely, so I would say Roxanne Perez would pick up that victory and win the title.
I think that would only work if it was a one-night situation, because by that point, Stephanie would be dead tired and just capitalize on it, But if I'm being completely honest, I don't think Rhea or Roxanne and Liv are done going after the tag team titles. I get a feeling they're going to try to interject themselves in that future match between Kiana and Julia somehow.
Yeah. It's going to depend on when and where that match takes place. Does it take place this coming Friday? Does it take place a week from after the Royal Rumble?
Does it happen at Chamber?
Exactly. And what a tornado DDT from Liv Morgan. I thought she had it.
I'm not sure what Raquel was looking for, but well, this was the Royal Rumble. She's done for.
Yeah, I think she was trying for a Tejana bomb. But here goes Stephanie to the top rope.
I think that's going to take Raquel out for the remainder of the match. We got Bobby Stats coming in saying hello, everyone. How's it going, Bobby? Glad to have you here. We're enjoying women's 6-man tag team action right now.
Bobby, always a pleasure to have you here, my friend. Thank you, as always, for coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for people like Bobby, people like you interacting with us in the chat, we wouldn't be here. So interact with us, chat with us. Give us your thoughts. And Rhea looking for Riptide here on Roxanne, and she hits it.
And gets the win.
Yes, Bobby, Bobby saying he's stuck in the house with that huge winter storm over the U.S. Bobby, best of luck to you. I'm hoping you don't lose power. Stay safe. Stay warm, buddy. We're thinking of you.
And Mommy doing the crotch chop.
Yes, she is.
It's not the first time I saw a wrestler do a crotch chop today, because I was watching the 1999 Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble match, I should say.
Right.
But we are 40 minutes into the show, and we got some bills to pay, so we're going to take ourselves a quick commercial break here.
Roll it out.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we go TNA as we brace for Impact at 9 p.m. On Fridays, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish Podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later that night we have the Boar's Fist at 9 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. And please visit turnbucklestudios.org.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever always wanted your break-in podcasting, content creation, a potential collaboration, or just help us out behind the scenes, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Meet the team: Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and Carl Carafel. Get all of our socials, watch our latest weekly live episodic shows under the host section. Hit the join button, send us your credentials, tell us how you can help us, how we can help you, and we can sit down as a collective and figure out the best fit. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, hit the shop, buy the merch, support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters, wear what we wear. All of those proceeds come back into our studios to deliver you a better experience. Turnbucklestudios.org for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs.
And we got Chris Parrish coming in and saying, this is the one night, OMD, that you should be wearing your jersey.
On a night that the team doesn't play, so.
But a night that they are in the Maple Leafs building. Now, who was it last week that said that Punk could be the catalyst for Finn leaving the Judgment Day?
You did. Oh, I know, and I heard what he said.
Yeah.
Telling Finn, you want a shot, win the Rumble, and I'll see you in Vegas. But you're not going to get that shot hanging around trash like Dominic Mysterio.
And Finn could be a very strong contender to win the Rumble. If we talk about like these guys who we don't expect to win the Rumble, and we've been getting that a lot lately, Finn is definitely one of those dudes that could do it.
He absolutely is. So we see Theory out here in his gear. Is this the Braun Breaker, Adam Pearce face-to-face situation?
I have to assume, because when they went out to commercial, all we saw was just Braun Breaker getting in the ring. But now that we're back here, we're seeing all the men getting into the ring. Now, one has to wonder, with all of these men out here, I get a feeling they're all going to announce their intentions to be in the Rumble. And this could be a very stable, heavy Royal Rumble. Again, as I said earlier, I was watching the 99 Royal Rumble match. That was a stable, heavy Royal Rumble too.
It was.
With the corporation being in it, DX being in it, the Ministry of Darkness being in it, the Job Squad was in it, and the Oddities were in it as well.
Yep.
And in this case, we could see the Vision, the Wyatt Six, the MFT, the Judgment Day, Los Americanos.
American made.
Yeah. And even in the women's side, we could see Toxic Attraction come in. The women's,
Fatal
the Judgment,
Influence.
yeah, Fatal Influence, my bad. The women's side of the Judgment Day could very well be in it.
Bobby's saying he could see Natty announcing her entry. Yes, absolutely.
Even if we were to bring in stables from TNA, the Elegance brand could very well be in it.
Yes, they could. And the Vision really soaking this all in, as not one of them has a microphone yet.
No, but it's really weird to see Braun Breaker all like dark and brooding kind of thing with that hoodie on.
Yep.
Yeah, even Bobby starts saying the system could be a part of the men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the recent manpower they acquired on Thursday, I wouldn't be too surprised. But in retrospect, that's where if that does take place, I expect Moose to come out and get some revenge for what
I would
happened to him.
fully expect that. Yes. I wouldn't even be surprised to see Brizongo or the Fashion Police, whichever name you want to call them, show up in the Rumble.
And another edition of 2K26 coming out, the King of Kings mode. I think I'm still set on getting the Monday Night Wars edition. Because that's where I've got to ask, is that too many editions for one game?
It could be, but at the same time, if you look, and they've been doing this a lot lately with the 2K26 games with multiple editions, multiple versions, and then you can add the other stuff as DLC to it.
Well, last year they only had 2 editions. They had the Bloodline edition and the Deadman edition. That was it. But I want the Monday Night War edition. I'm still intrigued, still going to buy the game. They're actually doing a reveal kind of thing for other things to expect by giving out clues in the game as well. And one clue has been already confirmed, and it's the guy that I've been saying should be in the game from AAA. Mr. Iguana is going to be in the game. Bobby Stats is coming in and saying that he could also see Trick Williams being in the men's Royal Rumble match too. I will agree with you on that one too. I think actually all three men who lost that Fatal 4-Way will find their way into that Royal Rumble. Well, now, Paul Heyman calling out a lot of evidence against Adam Pearce. And here comes the boss man himself.
Yes. But does Adam Pearce have any backup outside of Penta, Ray, and Dragon Lee for this, as it is the entire vision in the ring?
Yeah, I kind of would like to see the other men get out of there. But even just Pierce and Braun Breaker standing in the ring together, that's a bit on the dangerous side for Pierce. And I think Pierce could use a couple of extra hands out there. Well, there's what's going to be our match of the night, and it's taking place next. Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory are going to go one-on-one.
Yes, they are.
But Adam Pearce did announce, and just as we suspected, all of the members of the Vision are going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Yes,
all competing members, because Paul Heyman's not going to wrestle in the Royal
No.
Rumble.
And Braun Breaker's suspension has been lifted. But here comes Ray, flanked by Penta and Dragon Lee.
Smart move for Ray to come out with them.
Now,
I don't know why, but for some reason, they were in the back of my brain. I was like, "Is Adam Pearce going to announce his intention to be in the Royal Rumble?"
I asked this on the locker room breakdown because really there doesn't seem to be any direction for these three men other than this new 6-man tag team. Would it be smarter on WWE's part to put Ray and Dragon Lee back together as a team and maybe move Phoenix to Raw and solidify your tag team division with 2 more teams?
Well, that all depends on what's going on with Phoenix over on SmackDown, because he himself has also had encounters with one Tama Tonga and Shinsuke Nakamura over the last little while as well. So trying to figure out what's going on in that situation, you know? But this match, I fully expect to be one competitive matchup.
Oh, absolutely it will be. Ray wearing a very simple color scheme tonight with the silver pants, with just Ray done as the Raw logo and Mysterio in block letters down his other leg.
Man, sometimes you got to keep it simple.
Yep, I like it. In theory, just tossing Ray around like a rag doll outside the ring.
Now the Vision or Ray and Penta and Dragon Lee are still outnumbered with the other members of the Vision out there.
They are.
I've got to wonder if somebody else is going to show up and give him a hand in this whole thing.
Right?
And maybe that's where if NX gets this situation he's got himself into over on SmackDown done. That could be where he shows up, or maybe we see a couple of other of Ray's buddies that we haven't seen in a while, mainly because they've been down in Mexico lately, and Joaquin Wilde and oh my God, why am I drawing a blank on the other one? Cruz del Toro. Yeah.
I was going to suggest, is this maybe where we see an Obafemi debut?
I think Oba's debuting at the Rumble. I've come to that conclusion.
Okay. Or this is Canada. Could this be where that huge rumored return happens?
I think Jericho shows up at the Rumble too. It just makes more sense to do it at the big events, you know?
Yeah.
And Jericho has been known for returning at Royal Rumbles. He's done it a few times in the past. But the one thing that I'm thinking about when it comes to Jericho is he always has like ominous or mysterious video packages. And if that's the case, this might be the first or second time that he's just returned without a video package.
Right?
Second time, because I'm pretty sure it was I want to say it was like the 2013 Rumble. He just returned.
Yep. Well, and as we're seeing the graphic now again for CM Punk versus AJ Styles for the title, that's another position that he could make his return. He has history with both men. Of course, he could make his return during the AJ versus Gunther match as well.
I don't think I've seen Ray throw a shred of offense in this match yet.
I haven't.
As Austin Theory's cocky side is starting to come out a little bit here. And it sort of makes sense. I mean, you look at everybody else in the division and they've all got their cocky side. I mean, Braun's extremely cocky.
Yep.
Logan Paul actually has to be the cockiest one of them all.
Yep. Ray's first bit of offense was a stomp to the foot.
And, well, I thought he was going for a head scissors. He was going for a head scissors. And now the vision surrounding, surrounding Logan Paul, but Austin Theory.
Yep, and now Penta and Dragon Lee get over and get onto the Vision.
Where did Braun
without
Breaker
provocation?
Go? As Ray jumped over the cameraman and onto Austin Theory. And now distracting Logan Paul and Bronson Reed. But again, where did Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker go?
I don't know. And then Rey Mysterio performing the DX.
Oh, there's Braun. I didn't see him jump in to help out or anything. That's why I was wondering where the heck he was.
Braun Breaker is keeping his hands to himself and
kind of
risking another suspension.
Kind of directing traffic, though.
There's Paul Heyman.
And out the other side goes
yes,
Theory.
Now, given what we just saw from Penta and Dragon Lee, as well as the rest of the Vision, sans Braun Breaker, if I was the ref, that's where I would have taken them and tossed everybody from the ringside area. Because that was just adding chaos where there was no need for any.
I would have done that as Adam Pearce when he was out there. But, and we've seen this before, if they get thrown out, chances are they're going to show back up.
Yes. In Theory, right back into control of this match.
Yeah, stretching and wrenching on that arm of Ray's. Neutralizing Ray, basically keeping him on the ground, keeping him from taking to the air like Ray likes to do.
Yes. Smart move by Theory.
And let's not forget, Theory is a guy who can also take to the air if he needs to.
Yes. Paul Heyman did refer to him as the hottest prospect of 2026, 2027, 2028, and called Austin Theory the Pressure. Is that a new nickname going forward for Theory, or is that just a spur of the moment, one-time thing tonight?
Yeah, we'll have to see if it catches on. Paul Heyman has been known to make things catch on, so.
Ray able to get out of the way there. Theory seemed to be looking for A-Town down. Wow.
Caught him with that forearm as Ray was looking for, I think, that crossbody he usually does. Oh no, sorry, it was like a clothesline maneuver he usually does off that, right?
Yeah.
I've seen them connect crossbodies off that same kind of springboard, though.
Oh, absolutely. For Ray, this match seems to be that one step forward, two steps back type of scenario. Every time he starts to try and build momentum, Theory's there to pull him right back down.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what is it going to take for Rey Mysterio to get a firm advantage over over Theory? And I got to imagine both men are keeping their heads on a swivel with, Dragon Lee and Penta around ringside and the Vision right now, as Logan Paul just ate a super kick, and now the chaos is spilling on the outside of the ring here. The
Yes.
referee should not be distracted by this because the actual competitors are in the ring. And again, Braun Breaker not getting involved.
No, he's not.
I don't think we really need Braun Breaker to get involved in this whole thing. And
We don't, and I am...
curb stomp. That's going to do it, I think.
Yes, It is. So, despite the length of this match, it was still...
It was an entertaining matchup. I liked it.
It was entertaining, but it was still could have been perceived as a squash because Ray seemed to have that one step forward, two steps back the entire match. But there's Braun Breaker.
Now Braun's getting involved. I think this was more of a showcase for Austin Theory to showcase what he can do as a star. And it was also the first time these two have ever gotten into the ring with one another. So it's very possible neither of them knew what to expect. And again, with Ray having his head on the swivel there with all four members of the Vision right now, as they're taking out Dragon Lee, Penta, and now Ray, one has to wonder, somebody's got to come out and give these guys a hand.
The Vision laying waste to Penta and Dragon Lee.
But it is interesting that they're worrying about these three guys when there's a certain tribal chief returning at the Rumble that they need to be worrying more about.
Yes.
Because I can guarantee you, when Roman Reigns shows up in that Rumble, if Bronson Reed is in that ring, he's going after Bronson Reed. If Braun Breaker's in that ring, he's going after Braun Breaker. Two men that have caused nothing but trouble for Roman over the last several months.
I'm going to say this right now. It's going to be that Nexus versus John Cena spot. You're going to have the Vision in there together waiting, and that's when Roman's going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And the Vision just laid waste to all three men.
And now we've got Natty talking. God damn that promo from Natty. We are getting the Natty from AAA. That's how I'm calling it, because that was probably Natty's best promo ever. But right now we've got ourselves a brawl between Becker and Raquel. And as WWE is heading into commercial break, we're going to head ourselves into commercial break as well.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you want your break-in podcasting, content creation, a potential collaboration, or just help us out behind the scenes, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Meet the team you could be working with: Mr. Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and Carl Carafel. Under the host section, get our socials, watch our latest weekly live episodic shows. Head over to the shop, buy the merch, support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters, wear what we wear. All the proceeds come back into our studios to deliver you a better experience. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot stress this enough. Hit the join button. We need your help. Sorry, brain freeze. Send us your credentials. Send us the email. Send us your credentials. Tell us how you can help us, how you believe we can help you, and we will sit down as a collective and figure out the right fit. Turnbucklestudios.org, ladies and gentlemen, for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs.
And right now we're getting a promo for Elimination Chamber.
Yes, we are.
Or that's what I'm seeing a commercial for.
Yep.
Which takes place in Chicago at the United Center. This is a show I'm very excited for, because as I've stated, when they announced this is only the second WWE pay-per-view to take place at the United Center. The first one, of course, being SummerSlam 94, headlined by The Undertaker versus Undertaker, and Owen Hart and Bret Hart in a fantastic steel cage match.
Yes.
And I know it's unfair of me to say that, but I've stacked every cage match that's happened since then in comparison to that cage match. It's very unfair of me to say that, but I can't help but do that.
Right. Would tonight be a night to have a guy like Ethan Page show up at Raw, even for a one-off appearance, because it is in Toronto and he's from Hamilton?
I'd be okay with it. As we were looking at Jackie Redmond and Chelsea Green at the Leafs game the other night.
Yes.
And right now we're seeing the package for Roman Reigns, who has announced his intention on Friday that he will be at the Rumble. And Roman Reigns, because of that announcement, has become the odds-on favorite. And you know what? I'm going to throw him in my 5 to win.
Okay.
Just because we don't know what Roman Reigns is going to be like going into this Rumble. We haven't seen him since Survivor Series.
Right.
So We're not sure who his target could be. Could be Cody. Could be Punk. Or I mean, could be Drew. I mean,
Yep,
I said Cody, but it's possible Cody could win the title by WrestleMania.
it
His target
is.
could be Cody in the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking place there in Riyadh. Looks like a theme park, I guess.
Yeah.
I say theme park because I saw a Ferris wheel. So
I get it. And now we have a sit-down interview with Michael Cole and Gunther. Gunther saying he's tired of these guys sticking around chasing moment after moment after moment. He wants those moments. They belong to him.
yeah, and Gunther made me realize how long Michael Cole has actually been around. Next
Right?
year, next 2027, August of 2027, will be 30 years that Michael Cole's been with the WWF,
Wow.
the WWE. Because I believe it was SummerSlam 97 where he actually made his debut as a backstage announcer.
Right.
Or backstage interviewer. But we are looking at, the first time ever, one-on-one first time ever in the WWE for Punk and AJ Styles.
Yes. Because I do believe they clashed early in TNA, and I believe they clashed in Ring of Honor as well.
I was just going to say, this would be the second time they fought for a championship, because in Ring of Honor, they were in the finals for the first ever ROH Pure Championship.
There we go. So I got to think that now it's time for
our weekly yeet.
Our weekly yeet. And perhaps our fatal four-way number one contender tag team title match. But once again, only Jay coming out, no Jimmy. So is Jimmy dealing with some sort of undisclosed injury, and that's why they are having Jay come out to represent the Usos and the tag team championships right now?
I would maybe, because I keep thinking, is he not allowed in Canada again? But we all know that that's been lifted.
Yes.
And he wasn't on the European tour either. Maybe he's just taking this time off to go and be with Naomi for the time being.
Yep. And Jay coming out wearing a Raptors Yeet shirt. I believe it is. Can't remember if it's tomorrow night or if it's Wednesday. Will be Raptors WWE night, where everybody will be given an authentic WWE mask.
Cool. That's I read that about a week ago that was coming, or close to a week ago.
I've seen a video of the Raptors actually trying on these masks and wearing them. And then, yes, the official announcement. Well, let's find out, because I know it is in our news chat. February 4th.
Yeah, tomorrow's not February 4th. So
it is not. And yes, we have American-made making their way to the ring, as it is going to be the Creed brothers for the first time in a long time in action here on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and that's not to say that they haven't been out of action. They've been wrestling in Mexico over the last last few months.
Right, and they are accompanied to the ring by Ivy Nile.
And speaking of Mexico, here comes Los Americanos.
Rayo and Bravo, but not accompanied by El Grande.
All right, so we have The Undertaker on Cody Rhodes' podcast, Cody Rhodes on The Undertaker's podcast. O'Shea Jackson Jr. going to be on Stephanie McMahon. For those who don't know, that is Ice Cube's son.
Yes.
And Little Yachty on Impulsive. That's probably going to be a podcast I'm going to avoid.
Yep.
Well, you heard it from Adam Pearce. The Rumble is full of competitors. Finn Balor not going to be in it so far. And I say so far because Balor's probably going to find his way into it.
Yes.
Ooh, Scotty Barnes. Cool. He's one of my favorite Raptors at the moment.
Does Finn do that typical heel spot and take somebody out as they're making their entrance? Or does Finn go in as a replacement because somebody is injured backstage?
Well, I get a feeling that fans want Finn to be in the Rumble because I want Finn to be in the Rumble.
Yes.
As Alpha Academy are making their way to the ring right now.
We are looking at a new look for Otis.
Thank you for that kiss, Otis.
Otis coming out wearing a sort of a trench coat and wearing all black.
And here come the New Day. But going back to Finn Balor, I did say Liv was going to corner him about the loss last week, and that's what we got.
Yes, we did.
Now, Liv doesn't know what's on Finn's mind. We don't know what's on Finn's mind going into this thing.
No, and Finn's saying it's not as straightforward as you think. And not only that, but she called him out for accepting Punk shaking his hand and raising it.
Well, that's what I mean by Liv cornering Finn.
I'm not sure why the New Day are wearing black wedding dress coats to the ring. But Grayson Waller and Ivy Nile, the only two at ringside for their respective teams. No Grande, no Maxine. Who do you have coming out of this match?
I kind of want Otis and Tozawa to win, because I just want somebody unexpected to win this one. I mean, the surefire bet would be the New Day, but
Right. For me, I want the Creeds to win. I think they should have been in the tag title picture a year ago and possibly have some tag team titles to their name by now. As Jey Uso sitting by the commentary desk, but again, not on commentary, scouting this match. And Tozawa turned inside out by Julius Creed. Brutus going up to the top. Are we going to get the Brutus ball? Yep.
yeah, we are. And down goes Otis. And one more time, we're going to commercial. So once again, we're going to take another quick commercial break. I'm going to step away for a moment as well.
All right, so let's roll it out.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you want your break in podcasting, content creation, a potential collaboration, or just to help us out behind the scenes, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Please head over to our shop, support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters, wear what we wear. All of those proceeds come back into our studios so that we can bring you a better experience. Meet the team under the host section: Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and Carl Carafel. Watch our latest weekly live episodic shows and get our socials. And ladies and gentlemen, hit that join button. Send us your credentials. Tell us how you can help us, how you believe we can help you, and we can sit down as a collective and figure it out from there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org, the home for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. As we are waiting to go back to Monday Night Raw from this ad, ladies and gentlemen, I want your thoughts. Who is coming out on top of this Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match? Is it American made? Is it going to be the Americanos? Is it going to be the New Day? Or is it going to be the Alpha Academy? I'm all for the Creeds, but it's going to be very, very interesting. Do we get a surprise return in this match? We've heard some interesting names. I did suggest potentially Obafemi earlier. I've suggested Jericho could make his return tonight. We've also heard reports that potentially, Chad Gable could return tonight, but he's another one that I could see more so for the Royal Rumble. But I am just intrigued to see where we go from here. And we are back to live action here with Xavier Woods in control over Tozawa, who is starting to try and fight back. Woods making the tag to his partner, Kofi Kingston. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, in a match of this type, you can tag anybody from any team. At the same time, you could have two of you tagged in. So, if you get a full team tagged in, one could just pin the other to give them the win, though that usually does not work. Now, for whatever reason, while the New Day are placating to the crowd here, but what a counter there from Tozawa, blocking that move that Kofi tried to pull off the shoulders of Xavier Woods. Welcome back, Mr. Best. The action is really starting to pick up here in this match.
Yeah, it is. Well, right now, Rayo is just stomping away on Akira Tozawa here.
And doing the Jeff Jarrett strut.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're any of these teams in here, do you just try and get you and your partner into the match to go for said pin? Though it doesn't usually work.
Oh, they're doing the other triple threat. Oh, this is Fatal 4-Way. Never mind. I would try to get my partner in and then try to get the pin.
Wow, what a move there from Tozawa to hit that drop kick while Bravo was doing his patented airplane spin. Otis starting to try and get himself moving and try and get himself into this match for the first time. And now Otis literally just bumping people off his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And a back body drop.
The old Vince way of saying it there. And this is why I think Otis and Tozawa could be the one that takes it, because if you look at it this way, Otis is the biggest guy in this matchup.
Yes, he is.
I think the closest might be Brutus.
Yep. Otis went for the Caterpillar, and a smart move by Otis to hook the outside leg and pull that arm in so that Julius Creed could not reach the bottom rope.
But Tozawa just unloading on everybody in the ring right now.
Yes, he is, and quite the double DDT.
Do you realize it's been 10 years since Tozawa has had a championship?
Wow.
And if I'm not mistaken, Otis has never had a championship in the WWE.
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember if he and Tucker ever won the NXT Tag Gold.
I don't think so. You mean him and Tucky?
Yep.
But the last title, unless you count the 24/7 title, because I'm pretty sure Tozawa might have held that. Maybe Otis did too, but I don't necessarily count that belt.
No, I don't think Otis did. I think Tozawa did.
But the last, I guess I'll say major championship that was in the WWE that Tozawa did hold was the 205 Live Cruiserweight title.
And Grayson Waller getting himself involved, pulling Tozawa down.
I think the referee's about to throw him out. Yep, there he goes. Or Otis is going to throw him out for the referee. And so is Jay.
Hey.
But yeah, Otis is I'm noticing Otis has been the hardest guy to take down in this matchup, and now we're going to see Brutus and Otis. Oh no, we're going to see a double team from American Made.
We're going to see Otis catch Julius. Oh,
dang. Brutus, I think, took the worst of that one.
That was a brutal slam. Otis with Julius Creed onto Brutus.
And that top rope senton from Akira Tozawa with the 1, 2, and 3. My boys, the guys I picked to win, are your number 1 contenders.
Wow. So the Usos versus Tozawa and Otis
is a match that we're going to see somewhere down the road.
Jey Uso giving them their moment in the ring as he's standing on the apron, but giving them fist bumps to say, okay, best of luck. We'll see you when we see you.
And speaking of champions, we have Becky Lynch, our Women's Intercontinental Champion. I wonder what she's got to say about what Natty said earlier. that was a funny little combination there.
Yes, it was. And Becky Lynch declaring herself for the Women's Royal Rumble this coming Saturday.
I just love how Kyrie was like, no one's ready for Asuka. And Becky's like, I'm ready for Asuka. I've been ready for Asuka. I've beaten Asuka.
Right?
And Javon Evans talking with AJ Styles.
And up next, we go to our main event, AJ Styles and CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And they're giving these boys some time, guys. And Raquel again. I like how Raquel was like, "You've been ducking me every week." They had a match earlier tonight talking about Stephanie Becker.
Right. But she's saying she's ducking the one-on-one, the championship match.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't really fault Stephanie for that. She's been injured.
Yes. But Raquel's saying, make the match, make it one-on-one, give me the match.
Could very well happen at the Royal Rumble if Adam Pearce makes the match, which all she has to do is go to Adam Pearce and ask for the match.
Yes. But then does that take her out of the Royal Rumble match itself?
No, because why would that take her out if well, it could. I mean, if she wins the title, Stephanie Becker takes her place. So, like, if she wins the title, why would she want to be in the Royal Rumble? But I was going to say in that case, too, Gunther's also pulling double duty as he's going to be in the Rumble and taking on AJ Styles. And there's Adam Pearce and Stephanie Becker. So there you have it.
We have it.
Next week in Philadelphia, it's going to be a street fight between Stephanie Becker and Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's World Championship.
Yes. As we are getting the schedule for Royal Rumble weekend, this coming weekend in Riyadh. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Friday night we will be going live at our regular time with the SmackDown security detail. And Saturday night we will be coming to you live at, I believe it is 8 p.m. Eastern, which means Saturday night gaming will be Saturday afternoon gaming for Mr. Best.
Yeah.
And now we have the vision. So Logan Paul stating we need to go into the Rumble with one singular vision to make sure that one of us is the winner. And I think that winner should be Braun Breaker. I'm going to respectfully disagree with that situation. I do think that there should be a winner, and if it does come from the vision, it should be Bronson Reed.
Well, I'm thinking that Logan Paul may have accidentally driven a wedge between the vision.
He
Because
may have,
the Royal Rumble is every man for himself, and if every man has a chance at getting a title match at WrestleMania, they will all do whatever it takes to do that. Regard so,
Yep.
you could easily see somebody's partner throwing out their somebody throwing out their partner. We've seen that in Royal Rumbles past.
Yes, we have. Rikishi and Too Cool.
Hulk Hogan throwing out the Macho Man in 1989.
Yep. And once again, CM Punk using Champion's Choice to come out first for this match. So, given what we saw earlier, that encounter with CM Punk and Finn Balor, Finn trying to declare himself for the Rumble and being told it's full, do we see Finn Balor interrupt this match, or do we let this match play out as it is? Because we do know the history between Finn and AJ as well.
Mm-hmm. I firmly think that Finn's going to find a way to get in the Rumble, and it's going to happen. He's going to take somebody out.
CM Punk shaking hands with the commentators, Michael Cole and Corey Graves.
Well, Lillian Garcia's been doing the ring announcing tonight.
Yes, because Alicia Taylor was trapped with that snowstorm in the U.S.
That could also be another reason why we didn't see Jimmy tonight, too.
Yes. As CM Punk now sitting in the ring awaiting the arrival of the phenomenal AJ Styles. as we do see a video package for Oba Femi.
Like I said, there, called it. I said he was going to make his debut at the Royal Rumble, and he's been announced for the Royal Rumble.
Yes, he has.
I've been saying that for at least a couple weeks now, though.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be, let's say Obafemi wins the Royal Rumble, it becomes a battle to see which roster he goes to. And it may even be, it'll still become that even after the Royal Rumble, too. I don't expect Oba to win. I expect him to have a dominant performance in the match, though.
Yes. We just saw AJ Styles come off a hard-fought victory against one of his longtime rivals and friends in Shinsuke Nakamura. Now we're seeing it for the World Heavyweight Championship. Does AJ have to elevate his game or just wrestle his way? Because we know that the deeper this match goes, the more it's going to favor AJ Styles. Not by much, but it will favor AJ Styles. Bobby, thank you so much for your kind words. We appreciate you, buddy. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like Bobby, guys. We need more of you. Come on in, show us some love. We'll give you the love right back.
Well, anytime actually you get into the ring with a guy like CM Punk, you have to bring your A game, and the same thing goes for Punk stepping in the ring with AJ. And being that this is a world heavyweight title match, you got to bring your AAA game or your AA game, whichever one's the better one. I can't remember.
AAA.
Yeah. You got to bring your major league game. We'll say that.
Yes. I know we're not talking about the Charlie Sheen movie, guys. So we get Chicago versus Gainesville in Toronto. And referee Jessica Carr holding up the titles, or holding up the title, I should say. And as we saw that sit-down interview with Gunther earlier as well, do we see him making his presence felt in this match? As he's looking to retire AJ this Saturday, but we know he's got history with CM Punk as well. AJ Styles wearing the Blue Jays powder blue.
Blue Jays don't wear powder blue. Only on their away, but they wear a dark blue more or less.
But still, they have the powder blue jerseys. They have the powder blue uniforms.
Yeah, I said on their away, but their home jerseys are dark blue.
Or white.
Devon White.
And CM Punk wearing More so the Raptors colors, the purple and black.
Well, I was going to say that looks more like a tribute to Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson.
I was thinking the same thing as well, but that's why I went with the Raptors colors instead, looking for the Toronto pop. AJ looked for the calf crusher. Punk tried for the Anaconda Vice, and we had an attempted roll up.
What I like in this match right now is we're getting a bit of that chain wrestling. We're getting that the same kind of style that I said was going to happen in the Shinsuke Nakamura match on Saturday. A little bit of that throwing some arm wrenches, throwing some headlocks, and all that.
Yep. And what a move there by Punk to capitalize. Doing the up and over on AJ and then just dropping the elbow. And dropping that Bret Hart knee. And there's that atomic drop that you called for, but what a drop kick from AJ Styles to come back and counter it.
Now, I can already say you've mentioned the idea of Finn Balor possibly showing up. I can already say at this point in the match, I don't want any outside interference.
I don't either.
I just need these matches that AJ's having, if they are his last matches, to be straightforward matches.
Yeah.
But right now we are at commercial break. So one more time, I'm going to play us another commercial.
And I will be right back this time.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we go TNA as we brace for Impact at 9 p.m. On Fridays, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later that night we have the Boar's List at 9 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. And please visit turnbucklestudios.org.
That's right, guys. If you want all of your programming needs, all you got to do is go on over to turnbucklestudios.org. From there, just click the shows button. It will take you over to the shows. You'll be able to pick out whatever programming you want to watch. But if you don't feel like typing all them letters in, all you got to do is just scan that QR code, and it will take you to the shows button there too. And you'll be able to watch all kinds of programming, whether it's Saturday Night Gaming, whether it's past episodes of the Raw Patrol, Turnbuckle Talk. It's all there for you to check out. Ladies and gentlemen, that website is turnbucklestudios.org. And tickets are still on sale for the WrestleMania in Las Vegas. We have to see a commercial for all these Heinz sauces that I kind of want to try out. Gotta wonder, though, if AJ does win on Sunday, I wonder where he goes after, or I mean Saturday. I gotta wonder where AJ goes afterwards. Because I don't think the feud, if AJ does take the win, I don't think the feud with him and Gunther is over, but I think it gets put on the back burner until WrestleMania.
Okay, and I was going to actually delay that, but I think WrestleMania sounds like a good time. Where does AJ go after this? I think you go back and maybe revisit AJ and Dom.
You can put AJ in the chamber.
You could.
If that's where they're going to go, put AJ in the chamber for either the championship match or number one contenders match, whichever, depending on which man from which roster wins, or
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, and we know, and I was there, but last year's Elimination Chamber was stacked. Both chambers were. But you look at the names in the Royal Rumble already this year, and if we go with AJ into the Rumble, if guys like Gunther, Roman don't win the Rumble, do they automatically go into the chamber and just stack it that much more?
Yeah, 100% they do. And if you're going to put, let's say you put Roman in the Rumble or in the chamber, let's say Braun Breaker doesn't win the Rumble either. Yep. You put Braun Breaker in the chamber, and that's how you can possibly go to the rumored Roman Braun Breaker match at WrestleMania.
Yep.
You do it by having Roman cost Braun the match, eliminating him in the process. Then you have in that same match, maybe Braun Breaker cost Roman the match afterwards by spearing the ever-living snot out of him.
Right. You know, there is one guy technically outside the vision that we are not accounting for. We don't know if he's going to be in the Rumble, and I am, of course, referring to Brock Lesnar.
I get a feeling that if Brock was going to be in the Rumble, he would have announced it by now. But he could also be one of the surprise entrants, if there are going to be any surprise entrants.
Yes.
But AJ and CM Punk are just putting on a clinic in that ring right now.
And I don't think we would have expected any less. This is a masterclass in this match. But you look at the careers of these two men. You look at their respective track records. Now, I've got to ask this as well. We saw John Cena, of course, retire at the end of December. Because we are in Royal Rumble season, if this is AJ's last match at this coming Saturday, do either of these men make the Hall of Fame this year?
No. It's too soon. I would I'd let it cook a little bit. I'm not a fan of like somebody retiring and then the following year they go in the Hall of Fame. They did that with Edge, and while Edge, sure, he has had a Hall of Fame career, I would have waited a few years.
See, I was okay with Edge because he would have kept going if he hadn't been forced to retire. I was not a big fan of the year they put Rey Mysterio into the Hall of Fame because he's still active. I'm going to say the same thing for Paul Heyman.
Yeah, but I mean, like I've said, like I wouldn't put AJ in. I wouldn't put John Cena in this year either. I'd wait like 5 or 6 years to allow that that nostalgic feel for when they announced John Cena, for when they announced AJ Styles. Even when Eddie passed on, it was too soon to put him in the Hall of Fame.
I agree to a point, but at the same time, that's done as that tribute, and we know that they have earned that Hall of Fame career.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know that Stephanie has already been announced as the first inductee into the Hall of Fame 2026. Is she automatically the headliner, or do we get somebody else that's going to be above Stephanie in that situation?
I think Stephanie's the headliner.
Okay.
Because the first person they always announce is always the headliner.
Yep.
Look at, to use an example, 2009, the first man announced was the $1 Million Man. He ended up being the headliner that year.
Yep.
And at the time, I thought it was weird, but now I get it. But he picked Hacksaw Jim Duggan to be the one to induct him.
Right.
I thought it was weird, but then like I learned from reading DiBiase's book that him and Hacksaw are actually really close friends.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there, because right now AJ Styles has got Punk on the apron or at ringside now, and AJ slipping into that fireman's carry there, and a go to sleep on the outside.
Yes, and both men are down. AJ against the barricade, Punk against the ring.
And Jessica Carr out there checking on them. I would have been in the ring counting them out. Just saying. There she goes.
As she has it reached the count of 5, 6, 7. Punk rolling in to break the count.
No, the count still goes on.
I was expecting Punk to roll in and roll out. That's why I was figuring he was going to break the count.
No, Punk was trying to get the cheap win. But that tenacity of AJ Styles coming in as he gets in right at like basically 9.5.
Yes, that is that bulldog mentality. Punk trying to lift AJ Styles, who has gone dead weight. But AJ trying to play possum and hook Punk for the Styles clash.
Oh, he was quick in getting that executed. Okay, I saw a 3 count and I thought AJ had the title. But it was just the way that Jessica Carr got down on the mat. I saw that first hand slap, you know?
I get confused by that all the time because it's always like she was right there too.
Mm-hmm.
Punk moving in, taking the rope out from under AJ as AJ was looking for that phenomenal forearm.
Oh, now they're just teeing off on one another.
They are. This is just strikes back and forth. We can't even call this one a hockey fight in Toronto. AJ, is he trying to get another Styles clash here? Or, Punk trying to counter?
I thought he was looking for a pile driver at first. But yeah, the battle to see what happens. Yeah, it looks to me like AJ's going for the pile driver, but Punk is looking for the fireman's carry to get. Oh, look. Oh, Finn did show up. I didn't need you to show up, but.
And Finn attacking Punk.
Maybe this is going to set up a championship match at Royal Rumble.
Is that Liv Morgan getting into Finn's head? But this match has been thrown out. Finn not even looking at AJ. He's looking to...
Yeah, he's looking to take out Punk.
And now Finn looking to set up the coup de grace, and he drills it on CM Punk. And he's looking for another one. Oh, right onto Punk's ribs. Third time, Punk is down. Punk is decimated. Is this Liv Morgan's influence, or is this Punk or Balor just trying to make a statement?
It's a little bit of both, I think.
And say, I'm still the same Finn Balor. You just got the more positive side of me last week because I was in my home country.
I think it's a little bit of both because Finn is, and I don't get why, but Finn seems to be doing it to try and impress Liv. I don't think Finn or Liv should be like looked at as like the leader of the Judgment Day, because I think Finn should be looked at that. But
well, see, the Judgment Day has always claimed no leaders, but when Rhea was excommunicated and Liv came in, she took over as the de facto leader, even though Finn was like, when we listen to Finn, we win. So there's always been that little bit of a conflict at the top.
Yeah. But as Raw fades to black and we see the big red N, it's time to give out those socials and give our thoughts on this show tonight. OMD. What'd you think?
This was, again, a good, solid show. Delivered what it needed to. It certainly wasn't the Raw of Raws, so to speak, but it went where it needed to. It flowed smoothly. It set us up for the Royal Rumble, and even potentially a little bit afterwards, leading to the Chamber. So I'm very, very happy with it. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for me, under the host section at turnbucklestudios.org, or you can follow me at my link tree, linktr.ee/OMD show. Mr. Best, over to you.
Yeah, the show was good, but again, I didn't need Finn Balor interrupting that matchup. I could have done with, if they wanted to do it, I could have done with Punk taking the win, and then we see Finn attacking Punk afterwards. I didn't need that ending. So, but on that note, guys, if you're looking for me, look for me at my link tree, lanktr.ee/Chris_best83. OMD, what are those words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, please always remember the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.